Talk to me. Can you hear me?
Check, check, check. Got you. Hear me?
Check. Is that good?
That's a lot better, yeah. A little bit louder.
Check.
Good. Yep.
You hearing us on that? Not too loud? Not too loud enough? All right, go ahead, Will. Will, if you want to go live.
Let me ask it again. Who's ready for some football?
All right. Welcome, everybody, to homecoming here in Summertown. Summertown welcomes the Collinwood Trojans. Summertown coming in here at 1-2, Collinwood at 0-2. This is Clint Brazier. We've got part of the law firm together again, the Franks brothers on sabbatical, but would like you to welcome back in my color man back from our straight off another state softball championship, my good buddy, Mr. Adam Lindsay. Adam, how you doing, buddy?
Good to be here, Clint. Good to be here.
Glad to have you. On top of that, folks, Adam's a Summertown alum, multi-sport athlete. He got a daughter that, like we said, just won a state championship in softball. But the more important thing, he's a former TSSAA referee. So he can tell me more what's going on than I can probably tell you guys.
If I haven't forgot it all.
There you
That's
go.
going to be the key.
Well, do like me and just pretend.
I'll try.
Thank you for joining us on YouTube. I'd like to thank Mr. Will Pettis for setting us up and running this outfit. I'd like to thank Mr. Jeff Franks for setting this outfit up. If you would like to, let us know you're listening. Send us a thumbs up. Send us a comment. If it's not vulgar enough, we'll read it out to you. But as we said, both teams are about to take the field. Summertown comes in here at 1-2. Now, one of those losses was a forfeit that they had to take to Wayne County because of COVID. Lost the first game of the year to Lawrence County. Had a big win this last week against Richland on a last-second touchdown by Ty Bryant, a sophomore receiver who's really come on and made a name for himself. Collinwood coming in here at 0-2 with a 7-6 last-second loss to Loretta, and also lost 12-16 to Grace Christian. But this is also another homecoming for another reason, Adam. The man that started football here, the first coach that there's ever been at Summertown, it's his homecoming game. Coach Moat is back here, and we want to welcome him and his family back to Summertown. And I hope it's not a great homecoming. I hope he gets to see everybody and visit with everybody, but I hope he goes back to Collinwood with a loss.
I agree, 100%. Think a lot of the man, really good guy. He knows the program here, and that might be an advantage to him.
Yeah,
tonight.
I think so. Collinwood coming in now. You can't really go by records right now. Collinwood Summertown is going to be a rivalry in any sport they play. Looking at Collinwood and the scouting report I got at them, really, really big offensive, defensive linemen. As you said off air before we got on, we're kind of expecting a low-scoring contest. Both teams got some. Actually, Summertown's actually got some size up front. But Summertown's done a good job on holding teams to low scores. Collinwood's done a good job to holding teams to low scores, and both have pretty good size on the front, especially for single-A schools, which Summertown is a double-A school now. But, Adam, just looking it out, what you know on your scouting report, knowing what Summertown's got, what are your predictions going in as we're under a minute to go before we kick this thing off?
I would like to see Summertown run the ball effectively. However, like you were saying, their size, I think, could be – you're going to have to get out on the edge. You may have to throw the ball around a bit, maybe stretch them out. Hopefully, maybe a big pass play early in the game would help. You got to get them stretched out, and then you can pound inside those tackles on them. But like you said, Clint, very big interior, so they're going to be a challenge.
Yep. I didn't see the coin toss, Adam. Did you? I didn't see who won it, who deferred, who did anything. So we'll probably just have to wait on the PA man or watch to see them line up. Collinwood has just ran through their tarp. Collinwood in all white with green trim, white helmets with the Trojan symbol on the side of them, all green. Summertown's dressed, we're all blue tonight. Blue helmets, blue tops, blue pants, and with the Power S in white on the top. Summertown's fixing to bust through, as you can see on Facebook Live. I'd like to say hello to Butch Clark. He says, yep, he's listening. Home of the Eagles. I guess that's Mr. Scotty Frank says we're loud and clear. So we got the stat man extraordinaire and the mayor of Summertown's approval. And let's just touch down some of these Summertown players. Players to look for. Obviously, it's got to start with the quarterback, Colton Schaefer, Adam. But then you go to the running back and linebacker, Javen Edmondson, who kind of has to do a little bit of everything. You got some younger players that's kind of made a name for themselves, but it all starts with those two seniors and the running back and the quarterback.
It does. And, these younger guys have got to step up too, help them out. After this year, they're going to be gone. So you got to get somebody to lead, somebody to step up, and they will. They just need the experience, and tonight might be the night to get it.
And as we'd said, we don't know who won the coin toss. If Collinwood won and deferred, I don't know. But either way, Collinwood's going to be kicking this thing off. Summertown will be receiving. Summertown will be traveling right to left on your screen.
Football time in Summertown, Tennessee.
As Mr. John Daniel, the public address extraordinaire, said, it's football time in Tennessee. So here we go.
Number 6, Lane Green.
Number 6, Lane Green, set back to receive. Can't read the number. I think it's number 21, Caden Lee, a defensive back that's must have number Blake Witten, number 22, kicking off, a defensive back. Kick short, but it's picked up. Punch in the middle. That's Lane. He's bust the middle. He's wide open.
He might be gone.
Lane Green. He's across the 30. Gets tripped up down at the 25, but a great return for Summertown. Way to start this contest. Lane Green picks it up at about the 20, runs it all the way to the opposite end of the 25, and that's where Summertown will take over and start this first possession here in quarter number 1.
Well, if you want to start, that's the way to get it done, Clint, right there.
Well, and after the play went down, I was looking everywhere for flags because usually that's what happens when something like that happens, and there are no flags on the field. So Summertown will get started here.
You've got the ball almost at the 20 right here. You need 7. You need to go ahead and put it on them here. You don't want to settle for anything else.
Summertown 2 backs behind Schaefer. That's Edmondson on the left. And it's handed off to Anakin Johnson. He's tackled for no gain. It's back to the line of scrimmage on a quick handoff. Anakin Johnson. I think did I call him Anakin Lennox?
I think you said Johnson.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
I kept wanting to call him Lennox for some reason. That's his big brother. He's not here no more. All right, so Schaefer back under center. He's got Edmondson to his left, Johnson to his right. Going to fake it, got the reverse, gives off to Ty Bryant. He cuts it back up the middle, maybe gets 1 or 2. And that'll bring it to about a 3rd down and 8 here on this opening possession for Summertown. Definitely in 4-down territory here, Adam. If you can get 3 or 4 yards, I'd say you're in 4-down territory if you don't get any yards.
Yeah, at the very least here, you're looking to at least make it manageable on 4th down. I don't know if I go for anything over. If they're not planning on kicking the field goal,
right.
You want to at least get 3 to 4 here to make something manageable. I do know I would not pound the interior of that line.
Right.
So maybe we'll see something around an edge here or something.
Schaefer in the drop back. He tooks to go, throws it a little long, trying to hook up with Gavin Robinson, throws it out of bounds. Schaefer was in the shotgun, but that pass is incomplete, and that'll bring it 4th down and 8.
I don't see a kicker coming in.
Well, like I said, I think this may just be a little too far out of the kicker's range, and it's too close to punt. So, hey, dial it up and go for it.
So what's the recipe here, Clint? What do you do?
Well, I'm trying to, and Edmondson has cleared out to the right in the receiver spot, and that's probably who I'm looking at. He's in motion now, coming across. Schaefer drops back to throw. He's on his roll to his right. Throws to Ty Bryant, overshoots his target, goes over Bryant's head. And Summertown's going to turn it over on downs after a good start, and that'll give the ball to Collinwood.
That is a rough start there. When you get that big a return and can't manage to do anything with it, it's got to be a big lift emotionally.
You got to feel good if you're Collinwood.
Yeah, exactly. To give up what you gave up right off the bat, homecoming game, and then being able to shut them down that quickly. But I will say too, he had 2 open guys, just kind of overshot him.
Just kind of threw it too high and hot for Bryant to pull down.
Yep.
But it's early.
Yep.
All right. So Collinwood, they got a 3-back formation, kind of a wing T. Hands off. Running back's got some room. He's busting to the outside. That's number 28. I don't have a 28 on my roster. Is that 20?
I've got a Joe Houston Thompson.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong
28.
schedule. I'm looking at Summertown's roster.
Yeah, that'd be Joe Thompson.
He got a first down on the first carry. Good play. Started out in that wing T formation. The quarterback, I think that's Peyton Ward. Is that number 5 or is that number 6? And let's see, who is that? I think it's number 5. Peyton Ward is the quarterback.
Yes, sir. You're
It
correct.
is. They're going to hand it off again. They give it to number 5. Or Peyton Ward calls his own number, fakes the handoff, then rolls out for the quarterback keeper, and he's going to pick up about 7 to 8 on that one. So
they're actually going to give him a first down, it looks like, Clint.
wow.
Yeah, he was right there. Looked a little short, but they're moving him.
So 2 plays for Collinwood, and they've picked up 20 yards.
The first 2 plays, 2 big chunk plays, which is not a good sign early on for Summertown. Got to get some penetration.
All right, Ward behind center again. He's only got one tailback, but he hands it off to him. That's number 6, Lane McCara, and he's got a bunch of room. Splits all the defense, and he's going to get about 25 out of that one. And he's going to take it all the way into Summertown territory to almost the 30 for another first down. That's 3 first downs on 3 plays, Adam. Summertown, like you said, they're going to have to get some kind of penetration.
Yeah, they've basically traversed about 45 yards in 3 rushing plays. They've got to get some penetration. They're going to have to get some linebackers in, some help or something, because Collinwood is really mashing the ball down the field.
All right, so Ward, he's back. He's got wing T and his running backs, and he's going to hand it off. That's to number 1, Griffin Pig, and that's the first stop Summertown's got after a short game. So finally, Summertown will force a second down anyways.
Really, really good job getting in there that time, shutting that play down before it even got going.
See big Eli Powell there. Number 60, number 54 for Summertown, Daniel Brown. We got to get some of those big boys on the edge to get some penetration and stop. So here we go. That's Ward. He's going to hand off. Almost had a bad connection there with number 6, Lane Green, but he secured it. He goes down after another short gain. That'll bring it to about 3rd and 8. But you're also, if you're Collinwood, you're about where Summertown was now, Adam, and you're probably 4 down territory.
Well, and, Summertown's finally stacked the box. They've basically held them to one-yard gains on 2 consecutive runs. You wonder this time if they're not going to go around an edge to try to stretch them out, maybe a fake, and try to go around an edge to get that 7 yards.
It's kind of what I would expect myself, just because everything's just pretty much been straight ahead, or right off right tackle, left tackle.
Yeah.
So Ward's behind center. Pitch out to number 28. He's going to power ahead for a first down on the sweep. I think he got it anyways. Summertown did throw him back, but that's Joe Houston Thompson again. Big man gets going. It's hard to slow him down.
It is. It is. They're moving the chains.
So it will be another first down for Collinwood. On the 24, we've got 7:40 here to go in the first quarter. We're knotted at nothing, but Collinwood is pushing. Ward behind shotgun. He's only got one. Ward behind center. He's only got one running back behind him. That's McCara. Going to do a quick pitch, and that's to, let's see, Thompson again. That's a quick gain. Or did he keep his own number? No, he did hand it off to McCara.
That's, McCara.
Should have brought my binoculars.
It's hard getting old when your eyesight goes.
Yep. Right. Second down and 7. Summertown trying to get a stop. It's Ward behind center. Working the option, but he tries to keep it, tuck it up the middle, and he's tackled. Maybe a 1-yard game.
You got to get off the field here for Summertown. You just gave up a 3rd and 7, I believe, previously. You got 3rd and 6 here. They have yet to throw the football, although this might be the time to let it loose if you're going to throw it.
I agree.
Really think Summertown's going to be pounding the line right here, trying to shut you down on 3rd down. I don't know if I don't throw the football. Quarterback looked really good throwing the football prior to the game as well, so he's got a good arm on him.
All right, so 3rd and 6. Ward behind center. He's got that wing tee of that core receivers behind him. Now we're going to get a timeout by Coach Moat and Collinwood, and we'll take it with him. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Stay right here with us. All right, welcome back. Want to give while we're still in the timeout, I want to give out sponsors to some folks that really helped us out this year. Southern Tennessee Realty, your United Country agent. I'd like to thank Car Country Collision Center and Quick Mart. 3rd down and 6. Reed. He's got a running back in motion. That's Thompson, but he's going to give it to Thompson, and that's tackled for a loss. And that'll bring it to about 4th and 7. You got to imagine Collinwood's going for it. Andrea Kelly, coach, says go Eagles. From the Lady Eagles volleyball team in Gatlinburg. Coach, how did we do in our second game, or did we even play one? I know we won our first game, but who did we play and how did we do? Let us know, and we'll give you another shout-out. We're going to brag on we're going to go over halftime or between quarters. Some of our teams that are playing right now is in volleyball or golf team, things like that are having a good start of the school year, Adam, just picking right back up where they left off.
Yeah, it's good to see. And it's beginning to be expected at this point.
Yep. 4th and 6. Reed in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. Fires it away. It's through the hands of his receiver, and Summertown will get it back. It took Summertown a while to get a stop, but they finally made Collinwood go for an out. So Summertown will take over on downs at about the 20, having to travel a length to the field.
Well, and he had him open too, Clint. He had him there. Both of the quarterbacks have been a little errant on their throws early on, so I know nerves and everything else definitely has an effect. But
all right, so Summertown's still looking for their first down after about a 70-yard kickoff return that got Summertown in almost the red zone. Summertown was only picked up 2 yards, so Summertown trying to get their offense going now. They hand it off to Edmondson. He breaks back up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3, or 5. Coach must be wanting to get some shout-outs. She said Emily's on fire. Andrea Kelly and her two-time defending state champion Lady Eagle volleyball team, they are in Gatlinburg playing in a big tournament right now and beat Clinton Dragons in their first contest. So we'll keep you posted on if they play any more tonight. I don't even know. I'm a bad dad and I don't have the schedule, but should be playing all day tomorrow as well. Looks like we're going to get an offsides on Collinwood, so that ought to give Summertown their first down of the game, and it did.
That will be enough for an Eagle first down.
You know, these coaches teach you to stare at the ball and not move. It's a lot easier said than done.
That is.
I've tried it, especially when you're a teenage kid. It's tough.
Schaefer going to hand off to Edmondson. He's busted up the middle. Tackled for a short loss. I think the ball might have come loose, but I think Javen got back on it. So short gain there on first down, but positive yards. Also want to thank HD Inc., Doss Brothers Construction, Employee Resource Credit Union, and Floored by Justin, just a few of our sponsors. We're going to read out all of them, give you multiple shout-outs, but we couldn't make this thing go without all your time and donations that you guys threw in. All right, so Schaefer, he's got He's dropped back to pass. He's going to throw it out to number 7. That's Gavin Robinson. I think he's going to have the first down after a quick turn.
He does.
And he does. Nice strike there by Schaefer to number 7, Gavin Robinson.
Well, and the plays they're calling right now, you're getting Schaefer throwing that shorter pass, kind of letting him get his confidence, and then you can stretch back out. But very good throw.
Right. So Schaefer behind shotgun again. Hands off. Gives it to Edmondson, and Edmondson, I've never seen Edmondson crack that hard.
Somebody gave him a lick.
Somebody met him, and he didn't go anywhere.
Here goes the Jamin Edmondson.
That don't happen a lot. I guarantee you Javen's wanting him to call his number again so he can get a little payback.
I'm just glad these kids can take it, because if that was me, I'd still be laid out.
He did pick up 2 yards out of it, so 2nd down and 7. We're just under 3 minutes here to go in the first quarter. Schaefer on the reverse, gives over. That's to number 6, Lane Green, who had the big kickoff return to start the game. He gets about 3 more, so that'll make it 3rd and 5, doable for Summertown. We're almost at midfield here.
You wonder right here if you don't look at a pass run option for Schaefer. He uses his legs a lot.
Hey, I don't know that I wouldn't dial up that play that we had to Bryant. Bryant ran a good route, and Schaefer just overthrew him just a little bit.
Yeah,
of course, Bryant's not in the game right now, so you won't be throwing it to Bryant. But you do have Gavin Robinson over here as well. So Schaefer behind center. They're going to try to draw Collinwood off sides, and they do, to pick up another first down, thanks to Collinwood jumping off sides.
You've just got to be disciplined. You've got to be disciplined. I know they're all excited, but those are game-changing plays right there when you just give a team a first down. But, of course, Summertown's got to capitalize, too.
That's right. All right, so fake the reverse and then hand off to Edmondson. Edmondson's broke a bunch of tackles. He's pushing. He's to the 20. He's to the 10, to the 15, and that's where he'll roll out at about the 15-yard line. Big first down play by Summertown. Summertown back in the red zone off the legs by Edmondson. Broke about 3 tackles there, Adam.
Yeah, he got a little revenge from that previous hit. He finally got to lower his shoulder instead of taking one. He gave a little bit of punishment that time. Good to see.
So 1st and 10. Summertown can still pick up first down because the ball is on the 15. Schaefer, he's behind center. He's got Johnson to his left. Going to hand off to Ty Bryant on the end around. He's cut the outside. He's got some room. Bryant to the end zone. Touchdown, Summertown. Ty Bryant finishing where he left off last Friday night. Finished the game last Friday night with a touchdown. Started the game tonight with a touchdown. Summertown up 6-0 on Collinwood off the end around. And the running play by Ty Bryant.
Well, and you wonder, too, that Summertown's finally figured out that big interior for Collinwood is definitely effective. But the other
hard for them big boys to get sideline to sideline.
Exactly right. And I think Summertown's speed is finally starting to they've kind of figured this out, looks like. And I think we've got someone jumped.
All right, we got a kick by number 20. That's Anthony Williams, Jr. His kick is good. And that'll put Summertown up 7-0. We'll take about a 30-second timeout, and we'll come right back. All right, welcome back. 1:14 left. Summertown about to kick off. 80-yard drive there with 4 first downs and then capped off by a 15-yard run by Ty Bryant to put Summertown up 7-0. Summertown to kick off again. Well, that first quarter flew by.
It has.
All right. So Williams to kick off for Summertown. Not a deep kick to about the 20. They're going to hand it off. Now number 7 for Collinwood, Nick Sanderson has it. He's busted up the sideline. He's got some running room. He's pushed out of bounds. Let's see, was that the kicker? Was that Williams, I think? It was Williams who, the kicker, got him out of bounds, but not before he got to nearly midfield.
Yeah, right at midfield, starting their drive. They're in a good position.
Yeah. So, I want to give a quick score update. Loretta against Wayne County is up 13-0 now. Looks like against Wayne County. Yeah, Loretta against Wayne County up 13-0. So we'll try to give some updates as we go. Remind everybody, Summertown does play at Chapel Hill next week. We will have that game brought to you. So handoff there by Reed, gives to the big man Thompson. He's busted left, and he's got running room. He's got a first down on play number 1. He's across midfield. So one play, 1 first down again for Collinwood.
Evidently on that return, too, he must have stepped out earlier.
Yeah.
Because they
didn't give him as far as what it looked like from our angle, did it?
No, I think they marked him back to about the 41, but, of course, now they are past midfield.
I want to give a shout-out to Miss Mildred Taylor. She says, "Go Eagles." Thank you, Mildred. Ball is at midfield on the 50. It's right in front of us. That's the best seat in the house we've got right here. We're right in front of the big Power S here in the press box at midfield. Be first down. It looks like Javen Edmondson is going to have to come out. I think they said he's bleeding.
Yeah.
Also, Lawrence County High School is up 6-0. Excuse me, Lawrenceburg Central, as the Franks brothers like me to say, is up 6-0 on Greenbrier. So go Wildcats. They'll really hate me for saying that, Will. All right, so 1st and 10 for Collinwood at the 50. They're going to hand it off. That's Thompson again. They've called his number. Summertown's going to wrap him up for a short gain that time.
Thought they had him for a pretty significant loss there, but he managed to squeeze forward for about 2.
Yeah, that kid, I think he's one of those kind of like trying to tackle a Coke machine.
Yeah, he moves well.
Want to remind everybody, stay with us at halftime. We're going to be showing all the homecoming festivities here, the homecoming queen announcement and all the court. Been a good week here at Summertown, all the festivities that's going on.
Looks like this is going to be the final play of the quarter.
It will be, I believe. 2nd and 8. Player in motion, going to look for the sweep. Summertown's 8-up read on that play.
They played that option great.
No gain there, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us. You're listening to Summertown Football on X Sports. All right, welcome back. We get ready for quarter number 2. Summertown leads 7-0. It'll be Collinwood's ball at about midfield at 3rd and 8. Summertown trying to get a stop and force another punt for Collinwood and get the ball back. If you're just now joining us, Summertown scored the only touchdown of the game on a little end-around run to the edge by Ty Bryant, 15-yard run to give Summertown the first lead of the game.
Big play right here.
Defense needs to stop. Edmondson has got that wrist taped up where he was bleeding. He's back in the contest now. Going to pass out on the corner. It's dropped.
I believe.
Or did he? I don't think that. Oh, they're going to say Summertown's got it.
Well, from this angle,
there's no way that was that. There's no way that was a lateral pass, guys.
Well, the question is, even though it wasn't a forward pass and then he fumbled,
did he catch it and fumble it? He may have.
I don't know. The opposite side of the field here, I had about 12 guys in front of us.
But the good thing about this, Adam, it's high school football. Ain't no replay. Ain't no challenges. Ain't no reviews. So we're going to take it.
We're going to take it. We're going to take it. And I would argue that official over there probably made a pretty good call because you don't see a lot of disagreements from Collinwood over there. I think they know it too. And
we all know Coach Mode. He's not opposed to getting in a referee's hind end if he needs to, and he didn't say anything.
No.
So
I think it must have been a pretty good call.
All right, so Summertown at the 47. They've got Schaefer in the shotgun formation with Edmondson right beside him. Going to quick out pass to Robinson, and he's going to be tackled for a short gain, but he does get to about midfield. So pick up 3. Good to see Summertown showing they're not afraid to throw the football, though, Adam.
No, they're using that short pass game right now. One thing I will say about Collinwood, they are not afraid to put a lick on you. He took a hit right there that time too.
Yeah, he's probably went back to huddle and told Schaefer to lead him a little bit more next time. Reverse, end around to Bryant. Bryant's trying to cut the corner, and he's got it. He's got a lot of running room. Bryant.
He's going to go.
He's gone.
He's going to go.
Pushing the sideline. Bryant has got his second touchdown of the contest. I'm looking back. I see no flags on the field. Another end around, another touchdown on a long 50-yard run by Ty Bryant. That'll put Summertown up 13-0 with the extra point upcoming.
It was pretty much a replica of the previous play. I mean,
instead of going 15 yards, he went 50.
Basically.
That's the only difference.
But I'm telling you, when he turned the corner, the Jets came on. I mean, he was moving, and they weren't going to catch him. The kid can fly. Really good speed. Great play.
Tell you what, me and you are good friends with his daddy, and I'll tell a good story on his daddy, Tanner Bryan, here in a minute. Kickoff by extra point attempt by Johnson's up. No good. So that'll make it 13-0. Before we go, take us a little break here before the kickoff. His dad, he wasn't too sure about his boy playing football, and all he's told me is how ate up he is with it. He's got a good reason to be ate up with it.
He does.
Kid's got a lot of wheels, and he's turned into a heck of a football player. But we'll be back for kickoff again. We've got 11 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Summertown leads 13-0. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Also want to give a big shout-out to Story and Lee Furniture, Heritage Automotive, Mashburn's Collision Center, Arctic Air, Swap and Shop, Stryker Steakhouse, McMaster's Home Gallery, Southeast Carriers. Go over all our sponsors again, but thank you guys so much again. We couldn't make this thing run. We couldn't get all these games, all 3 county schools every Friday night shown if it wasn't for all these generous sponsors. If you see a chance, if you can, go buy something from them, but if you can, at least go shake their hand and thank them. So Summertown with a 13-0 lead here. We got 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. Ty Bryant with 2 touchdowns. If you've just now joined us, both on running plays. Williams to kick off. Kicks a little short, but right down the middle. Called on about the 20. Faked the handoff that time. That's number 13, Drake Ray. He's trying to push up the sideline, and he's got some more room. Gets past the defender, gets to midfield. He does. He's across midfield this time, Adam.
Special teams right now is kind of where
for both teams.
Yeah. You can't let teams continue to start from your side of the field or midfield. I mean, it's just.
There's been 3 kickoffs, and one of them went about 80 yards, and the other 2 went 50.
Yeah.
So, You know, it's both teams kind of struggling on the kickoff coverage. So Collinwood's going to start in great field position on the 48 of Summertown. Peyton Ward getting the call from his coaches. He goes to the huddle. Got 10 seconds on the play clock. They better get in a little bit of hurry. It is Collinwood.
They don't seem to be.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to get it off.
No.
They're going to get a delay of game to start the first. When they came out of that timeout, or that huddle, and there was only 10 seconds left, I thought, boy, they better get in motion. But they are going to get a delay of game, so that'll back across the 50.
Well, you know,
make it first and 15 for Collinwood.
You know, Coach Moat used one of his timeouts, I believe, in the first quarter.
He did.
So, you know, you don't want to have to use it here, especially moving down 13 when you might need it later in the half. So they kind of put him in a bad spot. I guess he figured he'd just take the 5.
All right, so Collinwood's come out of the huddle. Kind of probably would expect the same play. Didn't see anything new get called in. Hand off to Thompson. He's punching the gut. He's hitting the backfield, and he's dropped. Might have got one of the 5 penalty yards back, but it wasn't much more than that.
Well, and, you know, when you're struggling to move the ball, you haven't thrown the ball a lot. 5 yards. You don't think of it being a lot, but it is.
It is.
I mean, you're staring right now, basically, they're saying virtually no gain. I mean, you're staring at 2nd and 15 right in the face right now.
All right. It's Collinwood back on the ball. Ward behind center. Going to pitch out. That's the number 1, Griffin Pig. He's got room up the sideline. He's going to get penalty yardage back plus some. And that'll make it about 3rd and 5 and bring up 3rd down.
So what do you consider what do you think, Clint? 4th down territory? I mean, if you push it here, do you go down 13?
I tell you, the way Summertown's looked on their last 2 series, I'm really not wanting to give them the ball at midfield, though. If you don't make anything, now if you get it with the power, with the running backs he's got. If I get it 4th and 3, I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah, it may hinge.
But you're also at a situation right here where you don't get this and you go for it and get stuffed, and Summertown gets the ball close to midfield and goes up 20.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough to come back from.
Yeah.
All right, so handoff on the end around to Thompson. He's tripped up. Nice tackle there by number 6. Lane Marquera tripped him up. Then he was hit by number 7, Nick Sanderson. So that'll bring it 4th and 4, and we'll see what Collinwood's going to do.
We've got a sub coming in, but I don't know if that's a punter, though.
I was going to say, if he's a punter, he's a big kid.
and another sub.
And another thing we know from having Coach Moat, he's not afraid to go for it on 4th down.
No. But I'm like you, though. If you don't get this, if you do make an attempt to go here on 4th and you don't get it, you know, you're giving Summertown the ball.
Got to watch the ball if you're Summertown. Collinwood may try to do what Summertown's done to them to draw off sides, because it is just 4th and 4. But no, they're going to snap it back. That's Ward. It's back to pass. He's got plenty of room.
Sending somebody deep.
He's
got room to
run. He's got room. Looks like he gets tripped up. Let's see if they give it to him. Let's see where he went down. If they give him a good spot, he'll have it. He kind of jumped, stretched out, made an acrobatic play, and we're going to have to see. I'd say this is going to have to be measured.
They'll measure if it's not just extremely, just blatantly easy to see, but it looks like they might measure this.
Sure, taking their time getting the sticks out.
It didn't look like he got it from here. It looked like his knee came down earlier, of course, but he's on the opposite side of the field, so it's a little bit more difficult to see. But from this angle, it looked like he was short.
And it is. It's going to be short. Turnover on downs. Collinwood. That'll get it back to Summertown with 8.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Summertown will take over from about the 40.
So, Clint, if you're Summertown right here, you scored on 2 sweeps with a speedy kid, Ty Bryant. You stretch the defense. So you just go right back to the well again, or
I fake that end around to him, and I'll see how far Schaefer can throw it.
So you wouldn't just keep pounding that interior?
I'd go for a home run right here. Of course, with Bryant, the 2 times he's ran the ball's been home runs, so you might be good going right back to it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we know he can catch a ball and run, too.
That's absolutely.
Maybe look for him deep. Like
So Schaefer is behind center, and Bryant's in motion. He's not going to hand it to him this time. Edmondson's got it, and he's busted. He's up the middle. He gets tackled, but not after picking up about 7 on first down. Nice first down play by Summertown.
I agree with you, though. Would have been a good time for a home run. A big stop there. Maybe hit him quick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you get a first down here, maybe you look at it. Look at it at that point. But I have noticed, but I don't know if I'm sure you have too, Clint. You've got those 2 runs around the edge. You've got those big guys spread out now, and now Summertown's busting off chunks up the middle.
Yep. Edmondson, he's only getting 5 or 6 or 7 at a time, but he's getting yardage straight up the gut. And that's handoff to Johnson. He's going to be tackled for no gain. Whistle did blow. Ball is down before the fumble. That was McCara, not Johnson. So that'll make it about 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. If I'm running the ball here, Adam, I'm getting off the end.
Yeah.
Josh Marks does want to know what the score is. It's 13-0, Josh. Summertown leads with 7.5 to play here in the first half.
If I run it off the end here, I might look at a quarterback run. I think they're going to be ready for another sweep here out deep. I don't know if I leave it up to the quarterback here.
Schaefer going to call his own number, I think, on a busted play, but he's going to pick up the first down and then some. Dodges one defender, picking up a block by Edmondson, gets all the way down to about the 32 of Collinwood. Nice busted play that turned into a big chunk of yards for Summertown on the legs by Schaefer. It'll be first down Summertown.
Well, I'm going to tell you too, Clint. Schaefer's not your typical single A or 2A quarterback. This kid is a load.
He's very Tim Tebow-ish is what I've said about him the last 2 years.
He is, but he's very elusive too. He dodged a couple tackles there to get probably 5 to 7 extra yards.
All right, so Schaefer in the shotgun now. He's got Johnson to his left. And he's going to call his own number again. Quarterback keeper up the gut. Spins off a tackle again. Busting to the outside, and he's got room.
Move. He's gone. Forget it.
Turn the corner down to the end zone. Touchdown, Colton Schaefer. I tell you what, guys, that's calling your own number, making about 4 people miss, and then running over about 4 people and picking up another touchdown. Summertown leads 19-0 off the long run by Colton Schaefer, 32-yard run.
Well, as usual, I'm wrong. I said this could be an extremely low-scoring game, possibly in single digits based on their scores, and Summertown may just be hitting 20 before half.
Summertown finally might be finding their stride.
Yeah, it's nice to see, though. This offense is really moving the football well.
Looks like Summertown's going to go for 2 after the missed PAT, the last touchdown. So Summertown's going to try to put it back to a 3-score game, and Edmondson's got it, and he's crunched.
Man.
So Summertown stopped on the short gain, and that will leave it at 19-0. With 6.5 to play here, Summertown leads. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us. All right, welcome back with us. If you're just now joining us, Summertown leads 19-0. Summertown first 2 scores were on touchdown runs by Ty Bryant. This last one was on a hard-fought 32-yard run by Colton Schaefer. They went for 2 and didn't execute, so lead is just 19-0. Summertown kicking off now. 6.5 to go here in the first half. Williams kicks it off again. A little more distance this time. Fake the handoff does Drake Ray, and he's going to keep it again. Best coverage Summertown's had by far this game. So at least Collinwood's going to have to travel the length of the field. this time, out to about the 32.
This is a big possession for Collinwood. They're going to be getting the ball after the half and going into the third. If you can do something here, that gets you back within 2 scores. You know, score right out the half, get it back, make it a game.
And you know, Adam, you really don't even have to score since you're getting the ball back. But, boy, if you give Summertown the ball back and they score again before you go into halftime, it's going to be hard to come back out without being deflated.
Well, at this point, too, I mean, Collinwood, other than that first possession, they haven't shown me anything that says they can stop this team defensively if Summertown executes.
All right. So Ward is going to hand off. That's to number 22, Blake Witten. Tackled on a short gain. That'll make it second down and about 9.
Number 53, Riley Mobbs, coming into the game for Summertown. Checking out Carter Chapman.
Big shout out to Nathan Hughes down in around Jacksonville town. He says nice run there. Handoff up to Gut. That's going to be a very, very short gain. That's to number 6, Lane McCara. That'll make it about 3rd and 9. Summertown trying to get another stop, get Collinwood off the field, and maybe get the ball back with about 5 minutes to go before halftime. Robbie Cooper says, go Eagles. Michelle Bedford-Gray says, way to go, Colton. Thank you guys for tuning in. Handoff up the Gut, and that's going to pick up the first down. Why was I thinking it was 3rd and 9? What did I miss?
I wasn't going to say anything. I don't know. Well, the
first play must have went a lot farther than I thought it did.
First play, I think you got between 5 and 6. It was away from us, so it's a little bit more.
Sorry for confusing everybody that was watching. Y'all are probably watching thinking, well, I see those sticks. There's no way he's right. So first down for Collinwood. 5.5 to play here before the half. Ball's on the 42.
You know, crazy thing, I don't think there's been a penalty flag in this game.
Just the offsides.
Yeah, that's right, the one offside. They've
Pitch out to Thompson. Trying to get wide. Summertown's going to wrap him up for a big loss.
What is that, probably a 7 or 8 yard loss?
Yeah.
Well, and what they did well that time, don't get me wrong, the tackle was great, but they strung the play out. They didn't give him a lane, and just basically it's assignment football. You do your job till someone can come in and make a tackle, and Summertown played it perfectly.
It's a big first down play for Summertown. 2nd and 18. Ball's on the 36. I want to remind everybody that's watching, stay with us. We're going to have halftime festivities and homecoming festivities for you. Ward should have been sacked, but he gets away from pressure. Now he's just going to run out of bounds. Now we're going to get a late hit on Summertown.
That is.
If you're number 44 for Summertown, Ty Gambrell, you got to be a lot smarter than that. He's already gave his body up, and you know he's going out of bounds. Gambrell just a way too aggressive right there. Going to cost Summertown 15 yards plus a first down.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's an automatic first down. I know what was
is it in high?
It's 15 yards if it makes it. Well, it looks like it will make it. It is. Down. Yeah. Yeah, you've got to be more disciplined than that. I know you want to be aggressive, make hits. That's what kids want to do. That's what you're taught. But you've got to be smarter than that. Because basically they've given up. At that point, it's what, third and
a mile.
A mile. You know, you stop them, hold them. You're getting the ball back. They get new life now.
All right, so Collinwood with a new life. That's Ward. He's behind center. Going to hand off to the big man, Thompson. Tackled after a short gain. Clock's running. We're almost at 4-minute mark.
Summertown's defense is really starting to clamp down now. You can notice that there. You can tell they're getting a lot more penetration. Wondering if those big guys from Collinwood might not be getting a little gassed.
Yep, and I believe you're right because Coach Moat's going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
I do want to, I want to give some shout-outs here. Say hello to Mr. Jay Chapman. He's watching from Knoxville, Tennessee. Kelly Blackwood said she's watching. Molly Coulter said, I guess Molly Coulter's letting us know it's 19-0. Or letting somebody else that asked what the score was, I guess. Hello, Molly. Robin Cooper says, go Eagles. If you're just now joining us, Summertown leads 19-0. Stay with us at halftime. We're going to have all of the homecoming festivities, homecoming court. So call if you got somebody that you know might have a baby or a grandbaby in the homecoming court and they may not care about football. Tell them to watch, and they can tune in to Export's Facebook page, and they can watch just homecoming. To thank our man on the spot, Mr. Will Pettis. He's all this coverage you're seeing, getting the good shots of the cheerleaders and making sure the crowd's involved. This thing couldn't run without him either.
100%.
Yep. All right, so we're back at it. It's 2nd down and 8. 3:56 to go here in the first half. Boy, for that first quarter to have went as fast as it was, it seemed like the second quarter's at a snail's pace, Adam.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so Ward behind center. He's got 3 running backs behind him. Going to hand off to Thompson up the gut. Thompson stuff for another short gain. I tell you what, if for as hard and as going as Thompson was in that first quarter, kid's not having any luck getting any penetration right now here in the second.
Well, in the last 2 plays, I noticed Summertown blitzed outside linebackers on that play and the previous one. So they're getting penetration, but they're also putting some guys in the backfield too. I don't blame them. I mean, right now, until Collinwood shows me that they can throw the football effectively, I'm going to load that box up on them.
Right.
And it's showing right now that it is taking a toll on them.
3rd and 7. Collinwood going to pitch out. That's to Thompson. He's trying to break wide on the right side, and he's going to have the first down and then some. Breaks it back up the middle. Goes off a tackle. Now he's working. Breasts off another tackle, and then finally comes in number 3, Kason Bailey, and he's going to tackle Thompson. Boy, that's what we get for talking about him. He gets all the way down to the 10.
Yep.
So Collinwood now trying to make something happen right before halftime. It'll be 1st down and 10, so it's on the 11, so Collinwood can pick up the first down without getting a touchdown.
Well, and it just compounds it. You go back to that hit out of bounds.
Yep, it does.
I mean, here they are now, 1st and 10, knocking on the door, and, just mistakes hurt you.
Josh Mark says he's watching from Destin, Florida.
I'd like to be
Thanks
where
for tuning
he's at.
in. Now we got a flag. We're going to have a delay a game.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know that it actually is. I think
1, 2, 3,
I don't
4.
know that
Actually-
I bet this isn't going to get counted.
Actually, Summertown had 12 men.
Oh.
One of them just ran off. They've got 11 now. So basically, once that play broke and they got to the line, with Summertown having 12, they actually shut that play down before it goes.
I got you. So now it's 1st and 5 on the 7. Pitch out from Ward. It goes to number 1. He's tackled before he can get to the end zone. That's number 1, Griffin Pigg.
And they actually changed that rule a few years ago because normally what would happen, if you had an extra man, they'd let the play go.
Right.
Well, of course, what happens is if you got an extra man and a kid gets hurt.
Especially on defense.
Yeah,
somebody gets killed.
So now what they do is when you break that huddle, if it's there, they just shut the play down,
Right.
which is smart. Now, you can play with 9 or 10.
Right.
They'll let you do that, but, if you go over, they shut it down now. And, of course, when the offense breaks their huddle, if they break it with
All right, so 2nd down. Ball's on the 5. Collinwood trying to score here before half. Ward going to call his own number, keep it, punches up the middle. He's going to be short.
he's close.
He can pick up the first down. He's short of the end zone, but he may have just picked up the first down.
Yep.
And if that's the case, Collinwood's going to have a fresh set of downs in about 2 minutes, and it is a first down.
Yeah.
So they're going to have about 2 minutes to punch it in from the 1-yard line.
This could really work out well for Collinwood.
It could.
You're a minute 40 here. You score. You're looking at a minute and a half or less. Not really giving Summertown much time to score, and you get the ball back after the half. So they've executed it. They got some help, of course, but they're in a good position here to get back in the game.
All right, punch up the middle for Collinwood. Not sure who kept the ball on that one, but it is a score. That is a touchdown for Collinwood.
Now the question is,
Did you say that was Griffin Pig? Did he punch it up? Who did they say
I
got that
believe
score?
It was the quarterback.
Oh, so it was Ward.
Yeah.
Okay, so punch up the middle there on the quarterback keeper. Collinwood scores, make it 19-6. All right, let's see. They may be going to go for no. Looks like they're going to try to kick the point after. And if you've got a kicker, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree.
So Collinwood trying to make it 19-7, but Summertown will get the ball with 1:31 to go. We'll see if they want to dial anything up. Kicks up. Kick is good. 19-7. We'll be back in about a minute. You're listening to Summertown football on the X Sports Radio Network. All right, welcome back in. Collinwood with their first score of the contest makes it a 19-7 lead for Summertown. Ty Bryant back to receive, as is, Lane Green for Summertown. See if Collinwood may want to get tricky and try to give themselves the ball back one more time, maybe on a onside. Nope. Just a short kick. Dropped by Green, but he picks it up. And he falls down. So they have it on about the 20. That was kind of busted from the word go there.
So Clint's question here, you're Summertown, you've got the ball right around the 20. You got 80 yards to go with a minute and a half. How aggressive are you here?
Well, I'm probably sticking with what we're doing just because you're reeling off big chunks.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to be afraid to let it get. Main thing, I want to make sure Collinwood doesn't have a considerable amount of time left to do anything before half because they're getting the ball back after halftime. They've already got some life that we've given them, so Schaefer back to throw. He's got his man out wide. That's number 8, Michael Abbott. He's going to go out of bounds. That'll pick up a first down on the first down.
Well, Collinwood is, they're probably in the mode. They're not going to let the ball go over their head.
No. Plus, the good thing for Summertown is I believe, Summertown has 3 timeouts left as well. So, minute 22, an offense that scored pretty quick the 3 possessions they've scored on. You got to feel like your chances right here. Schaefer, shotgun, going to roll out to his right. Looking for a man. He's going to throw it deep, and he's going to airmail everybody. That's number 7, Nick Sanderson. Tell you what, now that's a cannon if you can throw that off your back foot on the run.
Well, and it's not necessarily a bad play just for the fact of Collinwood didn't have any deep safeties at all. They had man-to-man coverage. Now, those men were sagging off, but they didn't have any help over the top. Of course, the problem is now you've stopped the clock on second down.
No, they saying Schaefer was across the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball?
I did not see a signal from a referee on anything. I'm not sure what that was.
Don't know what that call was, guys.
I never even saw it.
I know Schaefer was getting close.
Yeah.
Because I actually thought he was keeping it. And then he threw it, so he may have been across the line of scrimmage. Is that a 15-yard penalty, Adam? From the spot?
I didn't think it was, but I don't know.
Schaefer back to throw again. Throwing deep, and he's got a man. It's complete. That's number 7, Gavin Robinson. Good back shoulder catch by Robinson. I think he's still going to be short of the – or did he get the first down, Adam?
They're giving it to him.
All right.
He looked short, but they're giving it to him.
Nice strike there by Schaefer. Even better catch by Robinson. We're under a minute. Schaefer back to throw. Gets it out. Ball gets dropped.
Nope. Yep.
Ball gets dropped by Michael Abbott.
Almost intercepted off the deflection.
Yep.
That could have been tragic because there's no one between him and the end zone.
Only thing that was good about that, he was on the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So second down and 10. 54 seconds to go. Summertown does have all 3 timeouts.
I like what Summertown's doing, and they may have already done it. What I'm thinking they might be thinking, but you're wondering if they're not going to have a hitch and go here and fake that out and let Schaefer bust it loose down the sideline to a receiver. They still don't have deep safeties. No help over the top. They're straight man.
Schaefer back to throw. He's got some room, got some time. Hits Edmondson on the strike. Edmondson, he's on a foot race. He's not going to catch him at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Summertown! What a quick strike by Schaefer. He had about half a second before he got sandwiched, stood in the pocket tall, hit Edmondson in stride, cutting across the middle. Edmondson did the rest from there. What a great play call. What a great execution, Adam.
Well, I mean, hey, you load up the box, you have no over-the-top help. I mean, you're opening that up. You're relying on your cornerbacks to cover that, and if they break it, that's what happens.
25-7, Summertown leads. Summertown's going to try the PAT this time instead of going for 2. That's Williams back to kick. Snap's good, holds good. Now it looks like we're going to get somebody for Summertown jump.
Yeah, we've got some movement. It looked like multiple people possibly.
Folks, if you're watching, I want to give a big shout out. If you can see that man we got our camera focused on, that's Howard Johnson. Hojo, as everybody knows him, hadn't been feeling too good lately, but he's back in action. He's back here getting pictures for Summertown. We hope we get to feeling better, pal. All right, so let's see. We're going to try the PAT again, or we're going to go for 2?
We're going for 2. Looks like it was against Collinwood.
That must have been an offsides on Collinwood. They're going to punch it up the middle.
Got it.
And they're going to get it.
Yep.
Summertown picks up the 2-point conversion that time and put their lead back up to 27-7. Summertown leads. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Summertown football on the X Sports Radio Network. All right, welcome back to Summertown, where Summertown leads 27-7 with 42 seconds before we go to halftime. Boy, Adam, your predictions wasn't worth a heck.
Story of my life, okay.
It was low score. It's been a low-scoring game for Collinwood so far.
I was half right.
That's right.
I mean, 7, right? I mean, hey.
Kickoff by Williams. That's a little deeper, a little longer that time. Let's hope it stays in bounds. And
He better.
No. Must have went out.
That hurt.
Well, that's all right. It's still a pretty good kick. Ball still going to 35.
Yeah. Well, and the way the special teams have been tonight for both teams, I don't know if I don't take that and kick it out of bounds every time.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of like not kicking to Deshaun Watson,
Yeah.
Take the penalty.
It may be best just to shank it and be done. Put it out of play.
I'm going to give a shout-out to Mr. Logan Harville. He's watching. Kelly Blackwood, she's watching. Nathan Hughes says, we're in Yulee, Florida, which is where Derrick Henry's from. He put up some big numbers in high school. He's put up some big numbers everywhere he's went, Nathan.
Yeah, everywhere.
Especially at Neyland Stadium.
We don't want to talk about that.
I wish I could see Tanner Bryant down there. You can probably see every teeth he's got in his head.
Man, he's talking to college football scouts right now with the way his kids play the first half. He doesn't have time for us.
All right, so handoff up the gut to Thompson. He's going to be tackled after a gain of about 4.
Looks like Collinwood's going to be content to take this 20-point deficit to the half.
Well, if they didn't, I don't know why we stopped. Whoever's running our clock, I don't know why they stopped it. They stopped it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's going again. I think they were assuming Collinwood was going to use their last time out.
Yeah.
Hand off to Tom. No, quarterback keeper. That's Ward. He's got it, and he's got some room if he can make some people miss, but he gets tackled at about the 50. Let's see. Coach Moak will use his last time out, try to work one Hail Mary play. Robin Cooper says Camden Cooper is watching. Hello, Camden. I want to remind everybody again, if you're to stay with us at halftime, we're going to have all the halftime festivities and the homecoming festivities live for you. We'll have the sound on where you can hear names being called out and who's representing which class and who their escorts are. Big shout out to all the faculty and staff that make homecoming week work.
So is it safe to say, Clint, calling a timeout here with 7 seconds, your last time out, are we 90% sure this is just going to be a chuck into the end zone?
I don't know. It depends.
Maybe a hook and ladder type play, like throw it in the middle.
I hate the word prevent, but if you're Summertown, just don't let anybody get behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like they've only got 4 men on the line. Looks like
Summertown's just with a 3-man front.
Yeah, 2 deep safeties and 2 deep linebackers and man-to-man. So they've got the guys back there. Don't look like they're wanting to give anything up deep.
All right, so Ward's dropping back. He's spinning over toward us. Now he's going back toward the middle. Going to chunk one, let one fly. It's kind of a wounded duck, and it's short. And that pass is broken up, and that's how we'll go to halftime. Summertown leads 27-7. We'll be back with homecoming festivities, some stats, some numbers, talking about some other sports here after it. But stay with us, and we'll be right back.
ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to midfield. We will begin by introducing our 2021-22 varsity cheerleaders. Our freshman cheerleaders, Madeline Hillahay, Maggie Hay, and Tatum Hakins. The junior cheerleaders include Skylar Akins, Chloe Chapman, Hayden Billay, Cameron McMilloway. Our senior cheerleaders, Kelsey Koss, Julianne Staggs, Kate Barnett, Alyssa Bennett, and Madison Bradbury. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will introduce to you our homecoming court. Our freshman homecoming attendant is Miss Molly Claire Stevens. Molly Claire is the daughter of Stephen and Megan Stevens. Molly Claire's hobby includes baking, dancing, and watching movies. Molly Claire is escorted tonight by Braylon Perkins, the son of Nathan and Brittany Flippo. Representing the sophomore class tonight is Miss Libby Kinnick. Tonight, Miss Libby Kinnick will not be present. But Libby is the daughter of Adam and Courtney Kinnick. Libby is a member of the golf and tennis teams. Libby's hobbies include riding around and playing golf. Libby chose Caden Norman as her escort. Caden is the son of Sandy Schaefer and Ken Norman. Now, representing the junior class is Miss Gina Goins. Gina is the daughter of Michael and Miranda Goins. Gina is involved in the FFA. She also enjoys hanging out with friends, listening to music, and drawing. Gina is escorted by Weston Pig, son of Mark and Jennifer Pig. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Summertown High School homecoming queen candidates. Representing the senior class, J.C. Bailey. J.C. is the daughter of Jeremy and Angie Bailey. J.C. is a member of HOSA and the Beta Club. She also enjoys hanging out with friends and walking trails with her dog. J.C. is escorted by Robert Griffin. Robert is the son of Rosemary and Mike Griffin. Also chosen by the senior class as homecoming queen candidate is Ella Kinnick. Tonight, Miss Ella will not be present. Ella is the daughter of Adam and Courtney Kinnick. Ella is a member of the golf and tennis teams. Ella has been involved in Beta Club, FBLA, FCA, and HOSA, and student council. Ella enjoys playing sports and shopping in her free time. She would have been escorted tonight by Gavin Burleson. Gavin is the son of Jason and Erica Burleson. The final representative tonight of the senior class and homecoming queen candidate is Lucy Parsons. Lucy is the daughter of Heath and Lindsay Parsons. Lucy is involved in Beta Club, and she enjoys attending concerts, painting, and spending time with friends. Lucy's escort is escorted by Bladen Brewer. Bladen's grandparents are Georgia and Tommy Riddle. Tonight, the honor of crowning the queen goes to the senior cheerleading captain and co-captains, Madison Bradbury, Kate Barnett, and Alyssa Bennett, I'm sorry. We would like to congratulate all of you ladies on being chosen by your classmates to represent the class in football homecoming ceremony. Tonight's homecoming queen was elected by the senior class. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all anticipated, we will now introduce you to the Summertown High School football homecoming queen. I have a note here for drum roll, so everybody let's do a drum roll. Your 2021 Summertown High School football homecoming queen is Miss J.C. Bailey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. We're at halftime. We got about 6 minutes to go. Summertown leads 27-7. Again, want to say a big congratulations, Miss J.C. Bailey, your 2021 homecoming queen here at Summertown High School. Adam, well, we've got some time to kill. Let's go over some other sports going on right now. As we'd said, I talked to Miss Andrea Kelly. She actually chimed in on her broadcast. Their team has lost one game this year, and that was in a tournament in Franklin, I believe, to a pretty stout team, Houston. Not Houston County, but Houston over from around, I think, Memphis. So that team is well primed, hoping to win its third straight state championship. Also, just got some stats. I actually went down and talked to Laney to make sure my stats were right, and while I was doing that, her dad / golf coach, Mr. John Campbell. Big shout out to John Campbell. I think he's listening to us. He sent me some golf records. The boys are actually 42-2 this year, looking to go back to the state tournament and win one. The girls trying to win their fourth straight state championship are 47-0. District tournament begins a week from Monday, September the 20th, and that'll be at Lawrenceburg Golf and Country Club. So their quest for another state championship starts again next week in district tournament. But I'm gonna rib a good buddy of mine, Mr. Nick Campbell. I'm not Nick Campbell, Nick Davis. I was passing him. And he called me and he said, "Hey, did I just pass you?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And he said, "Well, did you see that big sign up when I was in Loretta?" He said, "Did you see that sign that's got all them state championships on it?" And I said, "Is that all y'all won?" They got 4 up there. I think they're missing 1 from last year's basketball.
Yeah.
So it's actually 5. But he said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, goodness, Nick, we won that many this year."
Yeah.
So you got to rub it to the south end just a little bit. I wanted to tell that story, but we know things are going to change a little bit, as you know, going up to AA now, us and Loretta. I still think they're the heavy favorites in most sports, especially district-wise. Region, I think, is going to get a little tougher.
Yeah.
Sub-state's going to get a little tougher. But that's why they classify, and that's, I think Summertown and Loretta both are up to the challenge. I think they've had teams the last couple of years that would have competed and won state championships in AA. But we all know talent kind of – you lost a lot of really good seniors in men's and women's sports over this last year. But, that's a good thing about Summertown. I'm not from here. You guys are. But from what I've noticed, they don't rebuild. They reload.
Yeah, well, and, I hate to say it, but, Loretta, like Summertown, they do things the right way.
Yeah.
You get those kids in there with the right coaching. You work. You get those kids coming up behind that get the experience. When you develop a program, you get everything consistent, and you develop a culture, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Whether that be 1A, 2A, or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. It's just going to take a while to get used to.
Right.
I'll just say that.
Well, again, I think that covers our spring sports. If I'm missing something, I do apologize. But as far as volleyball and golf go, those are two teams that I know good and well. They don't care what the classifications are or what happened. Both of those teams full goal and, anything other than another state championship, I think is going to be a disappointment for them. So go give them heck, girls and guys golf team and the Lady Eagles volleyball team. We got about 2.5 minutes to go here before we resume second half action. We're going to take us about a 2-minute break and get right back. Summertown leads 27-7. Go get you something to drink. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I think we're going to give them a little bit more time to warm up since homecoming took a while. Give both teams a little bit. Yeah, they put about 3 more minutes on the clock. One thing that we didn't touch on, we did have some moves, some coaching moves. As everybody knows, we touched on already on the X Sports Network and probably the last broadcast, even though I wasn't here. Do have a new coaching staff here at Summertown. New head coach, Mr. Dakota Cruz, in his first year head coaching. He replaced Leslie Moat, who he's coaching against tonight. Off to a good start, hoping to be 2-2. One with an asterisk beside it because one you actually had to forfeit because of COVID that you felt like you would win. Also, speaking of that COVID loss that we had to forfeit to Wayne County, our sidekick over here, Mr. Will Pettis, our technical man, he actually showed me a text that had a player for Wayne County being, did it say helicoptered, life-flighted out, and that's at Loretta. So thoughts and prayers are with Wayne County and his family and that young man. I hope everything turns out to be okay. Other coaching news here at Summertown, Mr. Jeremy Jean, longtime coach with a great track record at Chapel Hill, is now the Lady Eagles basketball coach, looks to carry on that tradition. And from what I could tell over the summer, and me still having one kid still here playing basketball for him, it seems like the kids have bought into him and really love him. Hopefully, I would say, Adam, you feel like going to Chapel Hill next week and us doing that game?
Hey, I'll go.
I would say since that's his old stomping grounds, I'd say Coach Gene will go, and that may be our halftime guest next Friday. So we'll see how that goes. We may, which I may talk myself out of it. We may get John to do that. He said he'd be good. He said, yeah, I told him I may go just to make sure we've got this running right. But
well, Chapel Hill, Forest, usually every year is a pretty tough football team.
They're going to be a really good football team.
But I also saw too, Loretta I think beat Collinwood by 1 point, and I believe them and Loretta was a 4 or 5 point game, I believe, last Friday night.
Yeah,
so,
I do know Chapel Hill's down a little bit, but they, you know as well as I do that athletic talent comes through there about as good as it does Summertown.
Yep.
All right, we got 45 seconds left to go before we kick off second half. It'll be Collinwood's ball. They'll be traveling left to right on us. So we'll be back. We're going to take us about a 30-minute break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thirty-second break, excuse me. All right, welcome back in with us. 27-7 as we start the second half of football. It'll be Anthony Williams to kick off. Collinwood will be traveling right to left on your radio dial or your screen you're watching from, not on radio. Had to step into a Slim Jim during that timeout. Feeling a little malnourished. Didn't get his supper. All right, so Summertown with a 20-point lead trying to hold on. We'll give you more score updates from around the county and the district as we get them. But here we go, starting the second half. William kicking, and it's a good one. I think that'll be Pig receiving for Collinwood, and he's going to be brought down after a very short return to about the 25.
We do have a flag right after the tackle.
Yep.
I don't know whether that's some type of a face mask or I didn't see anything, but he was multiple players in on that tackle.
Well, Let's see what the call is. Looks like they're going to step it forward. Must be on Summertown. Personal foul. Must be a face mask.
Well, he signaled personal foul, but not what the he didn't actually signal the face mask sign. So I wonder if maybe something was said.
Somebody got mouthy.
Maybe a push after or something, but there was not a face mask signal after that. So it looks like it was just something. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done.
Yep. All right, so Peyton Ward. Hands off. That's number 1, Griffin Pig. He's brought down after about a 4-yard gain on first down. Positive yardage for Collinwood to start this second half.
Big possession for Collinwood here. You're down 20. If you don't score here, and you have to kick it or give it back to Summertown, if they tack on another and go up 34-7, you've got to think that ship's going to start sinking pretty quick.
Yep. Give a shout out to Mr. Jay Chapman, who I said's watching in Knoxville, Tennessee. He said tennis, that's a spring sport, Jay. We're just talking about fall sports. All right. Ward pitches out to Thompson. Thompson's trying to cut the edge. Not a lot of running room there. He's going to be short of the first down. We'll see where it is, where they spot him. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2. Very doable if you're Collinwood.
Got number 6 for Summertown, came up hobbling back in. Maybe he's okay, but I don't know if he's going to. Yeah, he's coming back out.
He's trying to come out.
Yeah.
That sets up the 3rd down.
That'll be Lane Green. Not sure. He's down there. I don't know, maybe a cramp or maybe something with a.
He's holding it kind of his hamstring a little bit, too. Maybe it is just a cramp. All right, so 3rd and 2 for Collinwood, trying to pick up first down here on this first possession of the second half. Handoff, no quarterback keeper, and he's going to bust it. He cuts the outside over right tackle, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards. Yeah. Does Peyton Ward. And that'll be an easy first down for Collinwood. They're into Summertown territory. I'd like to give a shout out to a good friend, Miss Julie Roberts. She says we sound good. She's hard to please, so if she thinks we sound good, we must sound like.
Is sounding good and being good at what you're doing the same thing?
Nah.
Or does that mean we just sound?
Just sound good.
Okay.
Like you said, we got faces for radio. All right, Ward going to get a dead ball. False start on Collinwood, so that'll back it up 5 yards. Do it again on first down. Again, if you're just now joining us, Miss J.C. Bailey was your homecoming queen for 2021 at Summertown High School. Summertown leads 27-7 with about 10.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Don't know what the latest score update is from Loretta. As soon as I find that out, I'll let you know. We'll go over that. And if you know, share it with us on Facebook Live on the stream, and we'll read it out for you. All right. So Ward behind center, 1st and 15 for Collinwood. He's going to drop back and pass. He's got time. Collinwood getting away with a big hold. But now Ward's trying to get wrapped up, and he finally does. He'll go down after maybe, I don't even know if it was any kind of gain. I believe it's a loss.
At least a loss of 2, maybe 3.
That'll make it 2nd down and 17. Loss of 2 is what they're showing on the scoreboard. Nice coverage by the Eagles in the secondary. Nice pressure by Summertown on that front 4.
You know, every time he's dropped back to pass tonight, you know, he tends to flush out.
He
You've
does.
never really seen him stay in the pocket. I don't know whether that's with pressure or maybe he just prefers to get out and run. But Summertown doing a great job of containment so far on anything around the edges.
All right. Why does it say 1st and 16? Should be 2nd and 16.
Yep.
Ward back to throw again. Summertown's broke the line of scrimmage, but now they run a screenplay, does Collinwood. Thompson's caught it. He's broke one tackle, broke another tackle. He's going to go out of bounds. He gets the penalty yardage back.
And from here, it looks like he plowed somebody
He did.
over there. I mean, look, kind of Mike Allstottish, if you remember him.
That should make it 3rd down and about 8.
Yeah, he lowered his shoulder a few times there, and laid the lumber.
The stat man extraordinaire, a.k.a. the mayor of Summertown, Mr. Scott Frank, says Loretta was up 34-14 over Wayne County just before halftime. Correction, 34-7. So it looks like Loretta's in control. Pitch out. Ball's on the ground, going to be well short of a first down. Let's see, is it an incomplete?
Yeah, he ruled it incomplete. Well,
so that'll make it 4th down and 9. Ball on the 44. So if you're going for it here, you're taking a chance for it if you are Collinwood, but you're also down 20 points.
This is I don't know if there is a good decision at this point. I mean, you don't want to turn it over to Summertown, but then again, you're 9 yards away.
I've called several Summertown football games over the last 3 or 4 years. Let me just go ahead and put it out there. They going for it. I know they've got a punter back. I'm fully expecting a fake right here.
Okay,
Adam.
all right.
Snap's good. Collinwood will kick it. Collinwood with a punt. Lone man back.
Then leave it alone.
Is going to just stay away from it. Ball's going to roll down to about the 10, and that's where Summertown will take over, having to travel about 90 yards. With 8:58 to go here in the third. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Summertown Football on the X Sports Network. Welcome back. Summertown on its first play is going to get a pitch out to number 6, Lane Green. That's positive first yardage on first down.
That leg looked good on that play.
Yeah, I think it must have just been a cramp that he got rubbed out. That'll make it 2nd down and 3 after the pickup on first down. Do have a update from Loretta, as we told some of you guys. A Wayne County player has been life-flighted from the ball game, so they cut to halftime early and didn't finish out the first quarter. And I don't know. We'll see what goes on after that. We'll try to keep you informed. Just keep that family and that young man. We don't have a name or a number or who, so just keep that family in your prayers. Never good to see a helicopter or an ambulance at a sporting event, so thoughts are with them. No gain on 2nd down for Summertown, so that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 16. Summertown needing a first.
I wonder if you don't try to stretch him out again here. It's been effective.
Schaefer drops back. It's going to throw out. Ball's wee overthrown too high for Nick Sanderson. I thought you were getting roasted on social media, Adam, but apparently it was a compliment, and Jeff Franks was getting roasted. Jay Chapman says, Adam is no Jeff Franks. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I've got to admit now, the highlight of my night was always listening to you guys, whether or not I was here, because I knew something was going to be interesting. That was the main thing. I mean, I knew I could always expect something.
All right, so Summertown going to punt.
My
Let's see.
goodness,
I think they've drawn.
That is costly.
I think they have drawn Collinwood offsides. And
That
Summertown will pick up the first down by drawing Collinwood offsides for the 4th time, I think, tonight, Adam.
You are 4th and 3 from what, the 18?
Yeah, you don't.
21-yard line? Fixing to get the ball back down 20. And
that's where you got to have.
Man.
That's where you got to have. I look over this list. I mean, you've got to at least have some kind of upperclassman, defensive lineman saying nobody moves, nobody moves, nobody moves.
Well, and kudos to Schaefer too,
Yep.
quarterback. Peyton Manning was always the king of that, drawing people offsides. So that's something he's been able to do tonight.
So Summertown will get new life here. They hand off to Edmondson. He's wrapped up after a short gain. One hit him high, one hit him low. I tell you what, Edmondson's picked up some pretty good yardage, but he's also got streamlined a couple of times.
That kid is either going to sleep really well tonight or he's not.
That's right.
Because he has taken it, but I'm telling you, what a tough kid. And and the thing about it is, when you run as hard as he does, you're going to take hits. But man, he's earned every yard he's got tonight.
Second down and 7. Schaefer will screen out. That's Sanderson. Sanderson's up the sideline. He's got some running room. He's taken out of bounds at about the 40. First down for Summertown. Or excuse me, that was Ty Bryant. I thought that was number 7. That's number 2, Ty Bryant.
You know, I know he doesn't have his speed, but when I see the kid, I'm thinking Tyreek Hill. If you
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about
yeah.
the Chiefs, because I'm telling you, when the kid gets around the corner, he just lets the burners loose.
Looks like a motorboat.
He does. Where do you think he gets his athletic ability?
Must be Gina.
Got to be Gina. Maybe they've got some uncles later on down the line or something, maybe grandfathers or something. But, yeah, he's had a heck of a game tonight.
Excuse me, I think I called him Sanderson. Sanderson's 7 for the other team. That is Gavin Robinson. I think I've got it right most of the night. That's Edmondson on the end around, and he's on a foot race. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. He's all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gavin Edmondson. I tell you what, Adam, you called it early. You said Summertown's trying to pound it up the middle, but, boy, when they started stretching that outside, those big linemen for Collinwood just can't get side to side.
They can't.
And Summertown that's 2 for Edmondson and 2 for Ty Bryant that's been streaked on the outside, plus 1 for Schaefer that he broke a bunch of tackles on. Summertown extends their lead to 33-7 with the extra point upcoming.
Well, and one thing, too, you know, that we've been talking about the size of their line, but one thing about them, though, too, the DBs, you know, in the secondary, they're not exactly – they tend to be small.
Yep.
You know, so I think if you can get a lead blocker out there, you tend to push them around.
Uh-oh.
We have a botch.
Bad snap. Botch on the hold. Schaefer couldn't get a hold of it, so the PAT is not going to be any good, but nevertheless, Summertown's taking a 33-7 lead with 7:17 to go here in the third. Summertown leads it. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Summertown football on the X Sports Network. All right, welcome back in. Summertown about to kick off after scoring that touchdown. Leads 33-7. Want to remind everybody to thank, and if you see them out, you don't have to buy from them, and you don't have to shop with them. But if you see these folks out, please shake their hand, give them a hug, tell them we sincerely appreciate Southern Tennessee Realty, your United Country agent, Car Country Collision Center, Quick Mart, HD Inc., Doss Brothers Construction, Employee Resource Credit Union. We'll go over some more in a minute. But you see those guys out, thank them, hug their neck, tell them we appreciate it, because this stuff could not go on without them. All right, so Summertown to kick off. Let me turn Adam back on here. That kicks deep. Fielded at about the 20th. That's number 13 for Collinwood. Drake Ray busts it to the outside. Now he's trying to come back to the middle, but he's taken down at the 35. And that's where Collinwood will take over with 7:05 to play here in the third quarter.
You wonder if Coach might not have lit into the special teams unit a little bit at half.
I think so.
Those 2 kickoffs, the coverage has been excellent, especially compared to the first half.
Let's see. For Summertown, looked like number 8, Michael Abbott, the senior tight end linebacker. He came hobbling off a little bit. Keep an eye on him. So Ward behind center for Collinwood. Hands off. That's Thompson busting up the middle. No, Ward fakes it to Thompson. Fake me out. And he goes in around, and he's picked up the first down. He gets about 11 on a quarterback keeper.
Well, the key for Summertown right now, I mean, I know Collinwood will move the ball some, but they've got to keep the ball and basically make it be short chunks of yardage. Keep that clock rolling, keep them from getting first downs.
Word from Lawrenceburg. Sorry, Adam, not to cut you off, but Lawrenceburg's leading Greenbrier 21-0. I think that said in the third, Will. Was that correct? So all 3 county schools look like in good position to pick up a victory here on Friday night.
Yeah.
First down play, handoff up the middle. That's Thompson. He picks up about 5. That'll make it second down and 6, Must have been 4. Here, if you're Summertown, you're just hoping that, You're just hoping to trade possessions and clock run. Nobody gets hurt, and let's go beat Chapel Hill next week.
You're wanting to do everything you can right now to shorten this football game.
That's right. Pitch out. Thompson on the end around. He's got the first down. And he's trying to cut back upside. Gets wrapped up by a host of defenders for Summertown, but not until he's got the first down.
Of course, you know the difference with college and high school football is, if that first down will stop the clock.
Right.
Compared to on Sundays in the NFL where it doesn't. But you just want to make Collinwood have to earn everything they get from here on out. Keep yardages to shorter gains. And if they do score, make them have to use as much time as they possibly can to get down the field.
We're under 6 minutes now. 33-7 is your score. If you're just now joining us, Summertown leads over Collinwood. Handoff. Thompson up the gut. Tackled for a short gain.
Kind of feel that fall kind of nip in there coming.
Yep.
Hey,
I like it.
I do too. It's nice.
I got out this morning about 6:30 and thought I was going to freeze to death. I actually turned the defrost on my truck and kind of turned it on about 80 degrees. The leather seats were cold this morning.
Yeah.
All right, so 2nd down and 7. Ward behind center. Working the option. Pitches it out. That's Thompson with it. He's got room to run. Wrapped up. I don't think he's going to get to first down, but he does pick up positive yardage. Gets about 2 or 3.
To me, one of the differences you've seen with Summertown and Collinwood, Summertown's been a lot more able to stretch those plays out.
They do. They fly to the ball a lot better than Collinwood does, seems like.
And now I also will say this, the Bryant, Bryant has had a great game tonight in the speed. Maybe Collinwood doesn't have that type of speed around the corners, but
correct.
They've been getting beat around the edge most of the game, and Summertown's really done a good job overall shutting that down from Collinwood.
All right, end around, hand off to Thompson. He's busted the gut. He's going to make it to the end zone, I think, and he is. Touchdown, Joe Thompson for Collinwood. And that's just hard-nosed, hard to stop running right there for Summertown. That'll make it a 33-13 game with the extra point upcoming for Collinwood. 4:35 to play here in the third if you're just now joining us.
And Thompson, like you were saying, man, he's run hard tonight. I mean, I know he'd like to be on the different end of the scoreboard right now, but, man, he's a load to deal with, a really good back.
One thing I did notice on that possession, Summertown does have a lot of starters over here on the sideline. Edmondson, Schaefer, who plays defense some, Williams. They're all over here on the sideline. Gamble. So extra point. Kick is up, and kick is no good. 33-13 will remain your score. 4:35 here to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Getting ready for Summertown's ball. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. 4:35 to go here in the third. Summertown leads by 20, 33-13. It'll be Summertown receiving. Adam, here's, I think, if you're Summertown, if Collinwood's not giving up yet, you got to start thinking maybe they're going to try some squib kicks, some pooch kicks, some onside kicks, because they're going to have to do something to trade out possessions.
Eventually, I think it'll reach that point, and this might be it right here. I mean, you're right. It could happen right here.
But here we go. Collinwood address it, a little squibber. They're going to kick it up the sideline. Summertown's going to have to get on it, and they do. Let's see, who was that fell on that ball? That was Lane Green. Recovers that. Summertown will take over. I think the ball about the 25. 24, excuse me. That's where Summertown will take over.
At the very least here, you'd love to see Summertown. You'd love to see Summertown score, but at the very least, look to move the ball midfield where you can maybe get a punt and pin them down, make them have to move the whole length of the field and run more time off this clock.
Schaefer, handoff up the middle. I think that was to Green for a short gain. Make it 2nd down and 8.
Green on the carry, he takes the dive. Ball forward to about 3. They'll set up 2nd down in the long 7.
You know, I'm going to have to admit, I've gotten used to seeing Collinwood in just the green.
Yeah.
You know, it looks different, but I really like the uniform.
Yeah.
That
white helmet with that green Trojan on the side of it, that's pretty sharp.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Look good.
All right. Schaefer behind center. Nah, Summertown's going to jump off. False start on Summertown. That'll be on number 8, Michael Abbott. Tied in. So that'll back it back up. Now it'll make it 2nd down and 13. Handoff. Up the gut. Get the penalty yards back.
Yep.
But that'll make it 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
Johnson on the carry up the middle.
That was Johnson, Anakin Johnson.
You know, you don't want to do anything crazy here to get Collinwood back in the game, but then again, you don't want to go too conservative.
That's right.
You're looking right here at possibly going two straight possessions of 3 and out.
Yep, a lot of time left.
Yeah, too much. And plus, Collinwood's got some confidence.
Schaefer drops back to pass. We got a flag on the play. Schaefer's going to let it go, and it's completed. That's to the tight end. He's busting up the sideline. Nice catch by number 8, Michael Abbott, but there is a flag back in the backfield, so we'll have to see if this is a hold, what the play is.
I'm really curious about what it is. I thought it was thrown in the vicinity of the quarterback.
I wonder if Schaefer may have got hit in the face mask or something like that, because he turned that ball loose like he wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're backing up.
Yeah. And the end man on this side.
What is that call, Adam?
I am
legal procedure?
90% sure that's illegal man downfield.
Oh.
Which would make sense with the length of time that play was stretched out.
Well, that flag was thrown pretty early,
That's
though.
what I thought. Like I said, my official skills are a little rusty. I'm going to have to do a little more research when I come back, before I come back for our next game. But yeah.
So instead of a long pass play for a 1st down, now it'll be at about 3rd and 12 after the penalty yard. So Summertown trying to dial something up here. Clock's under 3 minutes here in the 3rd. Tell you what, I'd run that same play to Edmondson, except we can't because I don't think Edmondson's in the game. I don't see him anywhere. Schaefer back to throw, and he's got some time. He's going to let one go, and he's got a man, but he couldn't be held on by Lane Green. Hit him right in the hands, and he's off to the races if he pulls that in. But pass was incomplete. Summertown's going to have to punt for the 2nd straight time. With 2:36 to go, 33-13, Summertown will kick it back to Collinwood. Like you said, Adam, doesn't need to be anything we let get catching here.
No. You've got to still be aggressive, but without being careless. And we're kind of walking a little tightrope here.
Yep. All right. Punt's away.
Nice punt.
Caught it, muffed at the midfield, but he's picked it right back up. That's Drake Ray.
Really
he's tackled down at about the 40, maybe the 42, and that's where Collinwood will take over on the short field. 2.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, so plenty of time for Collinwood, only down 3 scores. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Summertown Football on the X Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Collinwood starting over. Ward on the option. Now he's going to keep it himself, cut it back up the middle. He's taken down, but not after about a 7-yard gain on first down. That'll make it second down and about 2. Collinwood trying to gain some momentum here on Summertown. Summertown with 2 straight punts, 3 and outs, and Collinwood with a score on their first possession. So Collinwood with the ball back now at midfield. Handoff. No. Keeper is Ward. Pitches back out on the option to Thompson. He'll go out of bounds after, but not before he picks up the first down.
Option pitch to Thompson. Knocked out of bounds.
So first down for Collinwood. Ball at about the 45 of Summertown. Collinwood threatening again.
And by the way, Clint, I'm doing a little bit of research. That was an eligible downfield pass.
Ineligible
Receiver downfield. I'm like you, though. It seemed to be thrown off there early.
It must have, maybe it just, they knew it from the way he was lined up, I guess. I don't know.
Well, and maybe there was a lineman that just took off on the snap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pitch out to the right side. That's Ray. He's tackled for a loss. Nice first down coverage there by Summertown for that play to go nowhere.
Yeah. If Summertown can get a stop here, get the ball back, I mean, you feel comfortable with maybe one more score and kind of just stretch it out, maybe get some more subs, more underclassmen in. But Collinwood's just hanging around right now. But they're also running out of time.
Second down 11. Ward hands off to Thompson. He busts it to over the right tackle. And he's taken down after a short gain, maybe a pickup of 2. Third down and 8.
I think right here, if you want to try to give a shot, you've got to throw the football.
I agree.
Unless you're just saying we're going for it here.
Even if it's just a short strike to maybe Thompson or something like that can make something happen that's hard to tackle.
Yeah.
They're going to go the pitch out to Thompson. He's busted outside, and he's going to have the first down and then some. He's going all the way to the house. That's not Thompson, excuse me. That's number 22, Blake Witten. That was too easy. And a quick pitch out. All of a sudden, Collinwood's turned this into a 14-point game with the extra point upcoming.
Yeah.
We've got a ball game with 4 seconds to go here in the third. Don't leave just yet, folks. I think Summertown's had some of their crowd leave.
Yep.
You know, these bleachers are empty because it got up to a 20-point lead there, or 27-point lead at one time, but that has quickly evaporated.
Well, and you know, a little consideration to your, you got homecoming, so you got a lot of grannies, grandparents.
That's right.
Want to get home and
a little extra crowd than normally would have.
Yeah.
Extra point is blocked. Fell on by Summertown, so that's no good. That'll keep it a 14-point game, which is good for Summertown. With 4 seconds to go, Summertown will receive a kickoff, and then it'll be fourth quarter action, but not before Collinwood has started making some noise to put themselves back in this game.
Well, and if you're Summertown, you've got to do what got you to where you are, and you can't take your foot off the gas. I'd love to see them just take off right here and start pounding the football, using Schaefer's legs and his arms and put this game away. Because it's getting, like you're saying, Clint, it's getting a little bit, Collinwood's inching back in.
Yep, you've opened the door. Now you got to shut it.
Yep.
All right, so Collinwood will kick off. 4 seconds to go here in the third. We've got plenty of time for football left. 2-score game, 2-score contest. Wouldn't be surprised for a squib again.
I think this may be it. I mean,
Here we go. Collinwood to kick off. Gonna kick an onside. Nice hands there.
Very good.
Let's see who that was. That was number 23. Hadn't got to call his number out a lot. Cole McCafferty got his hands up, caught that ball, because if that hits him and goes off, it's Collinwood's ball again.
Summertown set up well now. They're at their own, 46-yard line?
Got a little breathing room.
Yeah.
46-yard line.
I'm like you, Adam, though. I mean, we're pretty pass-heavy the last two possessions. Let's get back to running some of that misdirection, trying to get her on the edge, get on the outside.
Yeah.
Here it goes. End around, handed off to Bryant. Bryant's trying to cut it, and he goes down. He gets tripped up. Nice tackle by the quarterback, Ward, who's in there on defense.
That'll be the final play of the third.
That's how the third ends. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, getting ready for the fourth and final quarter. Come back, stay with us. You're listening to Summertown Football on not WDXC. We're on Exports Network. We're not on radio tonight. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Starting quarter number 4. Summertown hanging on. They lead 33-19. They've let Collinwood back in it. It'll be Summertown's ball. Now, loss of 10 on that first play as Ty Bryant got tripped up on that reverse. So it'll be second down and 20. Summertown got to make some noise now. Schaefer hitting the backfield, but he pitches out to Edmondson. But Edmondson's going to be wrapped up. Collinwood's got new life. They're getting penetration. Summertown's front 4 on their offense. They look pretty wore out.
Well, and you think about it, Clint. I mean, during that third quarter, you had the big run from Edmondson, right, early in the quarter.
And that's it.
After that,
that's your offense.
Yeah. I mean,
had one big pass play, but he got called back.
Yeah.
All right. So it's third down, 21 if you're Summertown here. I mean, I think you're just trying to get positive yardage, run as much clock as you can before you have to punt it again.
I don't think you throw the football here. I think you keep that clock rolling.
Hand off to Green. His lineman picks him back up to try to help him out.
Or maybe held him up long enough to get popped.
Right. All right, so that'll bring up fourth down, 21. Collinwood's forced another punt for Summertown.
Well, positive aspect there, you keep the clock running.
Yep.
Incomplete pass, you didn't go out of bounds. We've just got to make a stop here. I mean, Collinwood's, the rushing attack has really turned on in the third.
All right. So back to punt again. It's a good snap, good catch, and a good punt. That punt's going deep. That's May. He's working on the outside now. He's got room to run. He's cut up the middle. Cutting it back. Still on his feet. Gets to midfield, and that's where he'll go down. Nice run back by Drake Ray. He had to go back to get it, and he ends up turning a catch on about the 20-yard line into about a 30-yard punt return and getting it to midfield for Collinwood to take over.
And you had a big block over there.
Huge block.
I don't think it was a block in the back, but, man, it was close. But it was a great block.
I think it was Gamble that took the brunt of that. He's walking over
yeah.
pretty gingerly.
Yes. Yeah, somebody.
I think he got cracked.
Yeah, somebody let loose over there with a good block to spring him loose.
All right, so Summertown desperately needing a stop to not let Collinwood score on its last 3 possessions. Handoff. Thompson. He's busting it up the middle.
Good play.
It's good first down coverage there by Summertown as they'll bring him down just for a short gain of about 1, maybe 2. And the clock will keep running. Clock is your friend if you're Summertown.
And I'll tell you, we were talking about Collinwood's line. Kind of looks like maybe they're getting tired. You kind of wonder about Summertown.
It's got to be.
They've had 3 short possessions the last quarter, 3 and outs.
Yep.
They're out there a ton. Collinwood's pounding the ball. Those big guys are starting to lay on them.
Plus you got to remember kids like Eli Powell, Caden Scott. You got a lot of kids that are playing both ways too.
Yeah.
All right, handoff up the middle to Thompson again. No, that's quarterback keeper. Ward faked me out. Faked the handoff to Thompson. He kept it himself, and he plows ahead for about 20. That'll pick up a first down for Collinwood. Gotten real quiet over here on the Summertown side.
As I think the crowd's trying to give them a little bit of a pick-me-up. I hope it works. You've got to get a turnover. You've got to get a stop here. We need, I don't know if we've had a turnover in this game.
There's not been.
A strip. Something.
There's been one.
Yeah.
Just on the fumble on whatever that pass play that we didn't know if they called a lateral or what.
That's right. Yeah.
But we need another one. Good first down play by Summertown as they tackle Thompson in the backfield for a loss.
And the thing about Collinwood, you get him for a yard loss, then you get him for a 2-yard. Well, and that's good, but then he busts one for 18. He's just so tough. It's just hard to keep him down for multiple plays in a row.
And I tell you, they've got about 3 running backs that look like they're running just as hard as they were in that first quarter. The two long plays they broke that scored on Summertown, they look like they were running just as fast as they were at the first quarter. All right. So Ward drops back to pass. This time is going to let one fly, and it's incomplete. That'll stop the clock and bring it up 3rd down and 10.
Well, and I think in this situation you're definitely in 4-down territory. So you're looking at probably at least getting half or more back here.
Got to get positive yards if you're Collinwood because you're going for it if you have to.
You're going. You're at the point.
You're down 2 scores and you're going to be at about the 8-minute mark.
Yep.
But you do have all 3 timeouts, too, if you're Collinwood, and Summertown's punting pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So Ward, he's going to run this one from the shotgun. He's got a receiver on his right. A running back on his right and running back on his left. Now, Coach Moat for Collinwood did not like what he saw, so he's going to call timeout, make sure they get on the same page. We'll come back with it. Give us about a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. It's 3rd down and 10. Collinwood pressing. 8:27 to go. They've cut it to a 14-point game, a 2-score game. Summertown needing a stop. Ward for Collinwood in the shotgun. He's dropped back and he's going to throw. Summertown gets pressure. He breaks through the line, but not before Ward probably going to pick up a first down on the run.
He's got it.
But he's hurt, and he's going to come off. I don't know if it looks like he's coming off the field. No, just getting his play.
Yep.
So first down for Collinwood.
That's big on a 3rd and 10 play to get that.
Summertown was a hair away from getting a sack in the backfield. But Ward, being a good quarterback, doing a good job, stepped into the pocket, back in, kept it himself, picked up a first down. Ward under center this time. Going to pitch out, going to hand off. That's Ray back up the middle. Or, excuse me, Griffin Pig. That'll be a gain of about 2. And tick, 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 tick if you are a Summertown fan.
Yeah. Well, and Summertown's had difficulty. They tend to be, holding them to minimal yards early in the downs. They just can't get off the field on third down.
Nope.
I don't know how many conversions Collinwood has had this half.
And it's not like they've been trick plays or breakout plays.
No. I think fatigue's coming into play. I think there's a lot of things, but.
All right, so Ward running the option. He's going to kick it out now. That's a good running play there for number 22. He kicks it out to Blake Witten. And I think Witten's probably going to pick up another first down. If he didn't, he's just short of it. Well, no, they're moving the chains again.
And Summertown had it covered. They had it strung out. They were playing good assignment, and you have a missed tackle right there that, instead of 1st and 10, you're looking at probably 3rd and about 7.
So now we've got 1st and 10, balls on the 14. Collinwood pushing again. Same play on the option. Ward's going to keep it himself, take it back up the middle, but Summertown's going to stuff that one out.
Well, I think Coach Moat knows you're going to have 2 possessions here. You've got to score a touchdown this time.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to have to use – he's still got those timeouts remaining. He's only used one a minute ago, so he knows he's got those in his pocket, but you got to have a touchdown here if you're calling with nothing else.
You folks there watching from home, you can see the play clock. It's at 24, plenty of time for Collinwood. Game clock's at 6.5. Ward under center. Gets the snap, fumble, and he's down on the ground. Ball's loose. I think the head referee was about to call it down. If he called it down where Ward never had possession of it, it needs to, and he did. He spotted it back where the running back got it.
Wonder if that maybe was a little quick whistle, because when that whistle was blowing, the ball was still rolling the ground. I've been there. I've done it before. It's difficult to do.
All right, we're under 6 minutes. It's 3rd down 11. This is where Summertown struggled this half.
I think you bring pressure. I think you bring what you've got here. You can't let them stay back. You fill every gap and make them make a play.
Ward back to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw for the end zone. Ball gets tipped, and it's incomplete. I don't know if it got tipped, but it was a wounded duck. I think it did get hit, or he got hit as he was throwing it.
Yeah, whatever the case, it did not come out right out of his hand. But this may be your ball game right here.
I want to thank everybody for staying with us, too, while we're at it. It's got 67 viewers. That's a lot for a Friday night. We appreciate all of you tuning in. 4th down, 13. Summertown needing a stop.
What do you do, Clint? You stay back here, or you bring the house?
I bring the house. I play man-to-man on any receivers, and I make them make a throw and a catch. I'm not letting Thompson or Ward do an end around and break one off on me again with 4th 13. Now we're going to have a penalty against Collinwood, delay a game off Collinwood.
Now I think.
Now I might change it. Now I may not play man-to-man.
Yeah.
I might play a little bit more preventful now.
Well, the thing about it is, as good as this young quarterback's played, he hadn't shown he can really beat you with his arm yet.
Yep.
I'd make him. I'd see it. We've
got another flag. Let's see. Got the false start on Collinwood. That'll backing up 5 more yards. That'll make it 4th and 25. 4th and 28. Mr. Scott Franks, he's showing where he's watching us on the big screen at the house, guys.
Man.
All right. This could very well be your ball game here if you can get a stop if you're Summertown. Get a stop and hold on to the ball and run the clock, that is.
Yep.
Ward back, and he's got plenty of time. Now he's going to tuck it. Going to pitch out. He's got a man. But he's tackled and wrapped up.
Anywhere.
Turnover on downs. That'll give it back to Summertown. Now, as we said, we've got 5.5 minutes to go. Collinwood has 2 timeouts, so they can stop the clock. If you're Summertown, you've got to hold on to the ball. You can't turn the ball over, and you've got to run that clock.
I think you use that quarterback. I think you use Edmiston here. I think you pound that ball. Worst case, you make him use those final timeouts.
I like what you said. You use your quarterback. My first play is him out of shotgun running a quarterback draw. I don't care if he gets stuffed.
Well, and the thing about it is ball security with him from the games I've seen. He protects the ball well. He's a big guy. He's tough to get down. I don't think he's going to give the ball up.
But he's not in the shotgun. He's under center. That's Schaefer. He's going to hand off up the middle. That's to Green. Green gets good positive yardage on first down, picks up 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And a 5, excuse me.
Now, and I will say this. I would avoid, at this point, anything around an end. I don't want to turn in, like we did last time, a 1st and 10 to a 2nd and 20.
No.
I think you've got to go north and south. And they've got to be getting tired, like we said.
I want to give a shout-out to good buddy of mine, Mr. Wes Woods down here. He's on the coaching staff now for Summertown, and he looks like he's a nervous wreck. Schaefer gets the snap. Going to hand it off. Another positive run there on 2nd down. That's Anakin Johnson. Should make it about 3rd and 3. But ball security, the clock is still running.
Coach has decided not to use those timeouts.
Well, I don't think you can yet.
Yeah. 3rd and
You got to
3.
hope you can get a stop, make them punt.
Yeah.
Schaefer. Hands off up the middle. I think that's back to Green. We'll see if he got it. It's going to be close.
The end man here is showing first down.
He's saying he's there.
Yeah, he's giving it to him. He says he's got it.
That's a big first down, guys.
And I am going to say something. Will here with us, was we were talking about some things. I mean, I know you're wanting to run this clock and move it. It's multiple times, but especially that time, you snap the ball with 16 seconds.
Left on the play clock.
On the play clock.
I noticed that
16
myself.
seconds.
Did get it down to about 6 that time, which is even better. Now Edmondson's got it, and he's broke to the outside. Needs to stay in bound, does Javen. Let's see if they say he was tackled in. And I think he was.
Yeah.
But not before he can pick up a first down and get to about the 46. They are saying run the clock, so he was tackled in bounds.
Yeah.
Summertown not getting any hurry. Now they're on the line of scrimmage. Coach Cruz telling them to hold up.
There we go.
All right, now he's telling them to go. Play clock's at 5. Here we go. Busted play, but now we got to pitch out to Bryant. Bryant's caught it on the edge. Got a good block. He's busting the sideline. Cuts it back inside. Just got to hold on to the ball as Ty. He's wrapped up, and he's going to go down now, but not before another first down. Nice throw by Schaefer. Even better run by Bryant.
He showed off the speed, but the most impressive part to me is putting the brakes on and letting somebody go right by, because I think if I'd have done that, my hips would have dislocated.
Yeah, that was a Chris Berman whoop.
Yeah. I mean, kids played a heck of a game tonight.
The game clock is now under 3. Summertown with a 14-point lead. Ball security here, guys, and you win a ball game.
Yep.
Going to hand it off to Edmondson. He's going to get tackled about the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a few yards out of it. Bringing about 2nd down and 8. 2:38 to go here in the contest.
I love watching the score, but then again, I'm also not above here. If we do score here, I hope it's on a 4th down play.
I agree.
Go ahead and run it on out. They don't look like they're in a hurry either.
You're at the point now, too, where if all else fails, if he gets down there, call a timeout, you got 3 of them.
Yep.
Schaefer going to call his own number and keep it. Turns it back up the middle. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. So Summertown looked a little shaky there, Adam. They went 3 and out 3 times in a row. Collinwood scored 2 consecutive touchdowns on them. When it got time to have a stop, when it's got time to take your lead and put this thing away, Summertown marches down the field, scores a touchdown, makes it 39-19 with the extra point upcoming.
They did exactly what they needed to do. Excellent possession.
Williams Owens will attempt the extra point.
PAT is up, and it's good. All right, extra point's good. Summertown leads 40-19. .208 to go. Going to be hard for Summertown to lose this one now. Scared as we were there for a minute, Adam. It's going to be hard for them to lose it now.
They had me worried for a little bit, But, yeah, they made the plays when they needed to make them. They got the big stop down here on the other end on Collinwood and then proceeded to just pound the ball. And basically they put it out of reach, I think.
Williams setting up the kickoff.
I'll tell you, too, this Collinwood team, I mean, the scoreboard's going to look a lot worse than what this was, I think, although Summertown controlled it most games. This is a really tough team.
If you're Collinwood, you got to go back looking at things that bit you, but you also got to go back with some positive things that you were dead to all rights, and next thing you know, you cut it to a 2-score game.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you were saying, the thing's biting you. I mean, I think there's been, 3 times in this game they've given Summertown first downs basically on jumping.
Yep.
I mean, it's just –
by not watching the ball.
It's just discipline things that they can improve upon that every football team struggles with at times.
Do have a final from Lawrence County. The Wildcats beat Greenbrier 21-0. Last update I got from Loretta was up 41-14, so that looks well out of hand. Summertown up 40-19 here, so looks like all 3 teams in Lawrence County are going to get them home wins tonight. Every team at home tonight.
Yeah.
All over but the crying now if you're Summertown.
Looks like we got a few
get your starters off the field. That's what I was just about to say. Looks like Summertown's got their starters off the field. Now Coach Cruz is going to take a timeout. Going to make sure the subs know what they're doing because, like you said, I think we've got all fresh faces in there.
Timeout on the field, timeout, Summertown.
Giles County looks like they were 129-18 over Franklin County. Richland 35-7 winners over Hickman County. Again, want to congratulate Miss J.C. Bailey, your 2021 homecoming queen here at Summertown High School. Thank all our viewers, all 52 of you still on, even though this contest is hopefully out of hand by now. 2:06 on the clock. Stay with us. We'll announce our players of the game, go over our schedule, where we're going to be next week, and what you can expect. So Ward behind center. He's got his team in a wing tee. They pitch it out to number 22, Blake Witten. He's off to the races. Gets him a first down on the outside. Hey, they're giving away cheeseburgers down there, boys. Y'all want one?
It is enough to move the change for the Trojans. First down.
Do you mind if I take a break?
No, go ahead.
Probably going to be my supper tonight if I can manage to get my hands on one. No offense toward my wife at all. I think she's sitting down here. So.
All right, pitch out. That's Thompson. He's bobbing and weaving. Gets close to another first down.
He looks like a little short. Not much, though.
Around the right end. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd down 2.
Oh, yeah, double header. Summertown looks to go 2-0 against Collinwood. Middle school won last night, and middle school homecoming won last night 26-6. Ella Busby was your middle school homecoming queen. Congratulations to Miss Ella Busby. In around quarterback keeper for Ward. He's punching toward the end zone, but he looks like he's going to be tripped up and stopped at about the 15 with 55 seconds to go.
Number 5, quarterback.
I'd like to see Summertown bow their necks right here a little bit. I know they've got some young guys in, but I'd like to try to at least see if they keep Collinwood out of the end zone.
First down and 10. Ball spotted around the 15-yard line.
42 seconds and ticking. Ball's on the 15. First down for Collinwood. Summertown leads 40-19 if you're just tuning in with us. Handoff, no, the option kicked out. Let's see if Collinwood got in. They got close. Nope. Going to be just short. Ball on about the 2 or the 3.
Hey, if we end up going to Forest next weekend now, I will tell you, the Summertown Sonic's one of the best, but Forest might be number 2. The Chapel Hill Sonic's great. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave.
So they got it rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I've got to leave early enough to get me a give me a burger there.
All right, 28 seconds to go. Ball's on the 4. It's first down and goal for Collinwood. They're trying to get one more score before they head back toward Wayne County. Ward, little busted play, but he's going to keep it himself. Let's see if he got in, and he did. Touchdown Collinwood. That'll make it 40-25 with the extra point upcoming. Collinwood band, big shout out to them. Their band's here, and they're still rocking and rolling when Collinwood scores. Don't really know where our band is tonight, y'all guys. I'm gonna have COVID.
It is Rocky Top. Yes, their fight song is Rocky Top. They've had it that way for a few years. I don't know how long.
Ward's going to keep it himself on the 2-point conversion, and he scores. Okay. That'll make it 40-27.
That brings your score, Collinwood 27, Eagles 40.
I never liked officiating at Collinwood, and it wasn't the fact that the fans weren't great, the field's beautiful. I mean, I love people from Collinwood, great people down there. But they had that fence, you know. See this fence here? Well, theirs came up on the one side like about 10 to 15, you know, off from behind the players. So every person in the world that wanted to yell at you could get right up against that fence, and you could hear them. You know.
They let the fans a little too close.
Yeah, there was an area over there where I didn't like. I tried to stay away from that area because I thought when I get over here, I'm fixing to get it. So, but, yeah, people down there are great. A lot of good people down there. They've played tough tonight. Summertown, that second quarter, and once Summertown's offense got going, they just really pushed it too far out for Collinwood to ever recover. Summertown using their speed around the edges and running the football just was too much for them to overcome.
Yep. And I think it just showed a little more athletic and a little more speed what won this game for Summertown.
I think Collinwood's going to win some football games. I really do.
I do too. And we all know they've got a good coach that that does a good job at building and rebuilding programs.
That one's still alive.
Ball snap on kind of a squibber, goes off the chest of a Summertown player, but luckily number 44, Gamble, falls on it to keep it with Summertown. 19 seconds to go. Summertown's going to be in victory formation. Summertown getting the "I believe we just won" chant going on. We'll let you guys listen to that. Ty Bryant all the way back just for a safety. Schaefer takes the snap. And doesn't look like Coach Moat's going to use his final timeout. And that's how this contest will end. Summertown 40-27 winners over Collinwood. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors. I'm going to read back over them all in one. Southern Tennessee Realty, your United Country agent. Car Country Collision Center, Quickmart, HD Inc., Doss Brothers Construction, Employee Resource Credit Union, Floored by Justin, Story and Lee Furniture, Heritage Automotive, Mashburn's Collision Center, Arctic Air, Swap and Shop, Striker's Steakhouse, McMaster's Home Gallery, Southeast Carriers. Thank you guys so much. If you see these guys out, please shop local and use these guys. And if you can, at least go shake their hand and tell them thank you for donating and sponsoring all these broadcasts and stuff. Adam, I think I've got my pick, but we'd also like to thank Southern Tennessee Realties because they sponsor the Game MVP, which is chosen every county broadcast. And I think we've got a lot of honorable mentions. I think, number one, you got to throw big props out to Colton Schaefer, who managed the game real well. He kind of overthrew some throws, but he also connected on a lot. Had a big breakout run where he came off a couple of tackles for a long touchdown run. Managed the football game well. Ty Bryant for the second week in a row. Scored 2 big touchdowns. Had a lot of big pass play and receiving yards. I'd like to see his final stats on receiving yards and rushing yards. But my Southern Tennessee Realty player of the game has got to be Javen Edmondson. Javen Edmondson played both sides of the ball. He took a licking in the first half when Collinwood was fresh. But I'd say he's well over 100 yards rushing, probably close to that receiving. 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown receiving. That is my player of the game, Javen Edmondson.
I agree 100%. He took he got the tough yards tonight.
He did.
He got the 3 touchdowns, looked great, but, man, when you needed the yards, he put his head down. He did everything he needed to do. I agree with you 100%, Clint.
All right, well, guys, it was a great homecoming. It wasn't such a good homecoming for Coach Moat, but it was good to see former Coach Moat, but even better for the Summertown Eagles to get them a win on homecoming. I would like to thank Ben Luna Ben Luna, the station manager for WLX WDXC Exports. I'd like to thank Mr. Will Pettis for running this camera gear, for making sure everything goes. Mr. Jeff Franks for getting us set up. He's at home not feeling too well. Thank my sidekick, Mr. Adam Lindsay. For Adam, for Will, for Jeff, for Ben, this is Clint Brazier saying we'll see everybody next week at Forest in Chapel Hill for kickoff at about 6:45. Tune in with us.